Tonight, for the first time in a decade, the mother of a missing Dubuque woman talks about the disappearance of her daughter.
Next week marks the 10th anniversary of when 20-year-old Crystal Arensdorf vanished from a Dubuque bar. Police say she was last seen at Nicker's Saloon in the early morning hours of July 4th, 2001, when she was asking for a ride to East Dubuque. Her family hasn't seen or heard from her since. In a KCRG TV9 exclusive, Katie Wiedemann talks with that family and police about the 10-year search for Crystal Arensdorf.
I think she was showing us her reindeer hat that she made
in kindergarten.
What would you do if you saw her, if she walked into this room right now?
Oh, I would hug her.
Barb Beam says that's a hug she'll likely never get. It's been 10 tumultuous years since her daughter, Crystal Arensdorf, went missing.
That's Crystal and Mom.
This is the first time Beam has spoke publicly about the case.
I know Crystal wouldn't hurt her family like this. She would not just leave and not get a hold of us.
The family says they've tried it all. They've talked to psychics, traveled across the country. They've even physically dug underground looking for her remains.
I think it gets harder as the years go because, oh my gosh, it's 10 years. What's happened?
In the weeks and months after Crystal disappeared, theories about what happened that night consumed the Dubuque Police Department. Hundreds upon hundreds of leads poured into police, but those tips never led to answers. Captain Kevin Klein has been on the case since day one. He's still searching for that one missing piece.
Our investigation, we believe, is complete. We believe that we're just one phone call away from somebody helping us out with this case.
One rumor suggested Crystal was secretly involved with illegal drugs.
Everybody thought that Crystal was partying with people who used meth, and all indications from our investigation show that that's just simply not true.
Klein says police investigated everyone who was in the bar that night. Investigators interviewed several persons of interest, including a few who took and failed lie detector tests. But Klein says there has never been enough evidence to arrest anyone.
Somebody who was close to her at closing time either saw her get into a vehicle with somebody or knows who she left with.
I have 4 people I suspect.
And those are people who were there or other people? Or?
Other people, they weren't supposedly there, no.
Do you think that there is somebody out there that knows something?
I do, full force. There's too many eyes that night.
But until those questions are answered, the family still holds out hope.
This is Crystal in Florida.
Just in case.
Crystal, if you are out there, please come home.
It's been 10 years of mental anguish and heartache that comes from living with the unknown.
And this is the calendar that Timmy made after Crystal disappeared.
But this family says one thing is for sure. They will never stop searching.
And that's exactly what she looked like that night.
In Dubuque, Katie Wiedemann, KCRG TV9 News.
To mark the 10th anniversary of Crystal's disappearance, Dubuque police put her picture onto electronic billboards all over the city. If you know anything about this case, police ask you to call them. And to see extended interviews with Crystal's parents and never-before-seen video of Crystal before she disappeared, go to KCRG.com. We've posted those along with Katie's entire story.